Hey beautiful people, it's the real Afiola here with the Gist magazine, and today we have someone very, very, very special with us. He may have produced some of your favorite songs. It's
Juls, baby.
Juls, baby.
How are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm fine. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So,
Appreciate it.
we all know about all of the beautiful songs that you've made, you've produced, you've worked on, you've just put out here for us to party and shopping to. But for those who don't know everything there is to know about you, tell us, who are you, where you come from, like what's the story?
So my name is Juls. My mom called me Jules when I was a kid, but it's short for Julian. I was born in East London to Ghanaian parents. So I grew up in London, I grew up in Accra as well. And I started making music professionally, I want to say about 4 or 5 years ago. But I started making beats like 2007. So it's just, just been messing around with sounds, trying to perfect my craft. And yeah, man, at first I was heavy on hip hop, but then, I've had a lot of mentors along the years, like Panji Anoff and Nana Say, who've always told me to stick to my sound. So that's what I've been doing really, and here we are. Yeah.
So where did the love for music stem from?
My parents really. When I was younger, my dad used to play a lot of jazz records for us. My mom was a heavy reggae fan and she loved high life as well. So these are the sounds that I'm hearing as a young kid, and I just like the whole composition of how things used to sound. I love drums as well. So in my head it was always like, I want to be able to create music, but I didn't know how I was going to do it because I didn't play any instruments at the time. And then there was obviously software like Fruity Loops that I started learning how to make beats on. And as time went on, I started to use Logic and stuff like that. Just sort of messing around with different things and stuff. But that's really how music started, really. I started off rapping, actually.
Really?
Yeah, this is secondary school.
How did that go?
Yeah, well, we're not rapping anymore, so.
What was the name of your first rap song?
Do I even remember? I don't even remember.
I kind of want to know how your flow was. Was it like Jay-Z? Was it like this new type?
When I was rapping, I was a big Nas. I'm still a big Nas fan. So it was very, lyrical. You know what I mean? But we try not to bring that up.
Try not to bring that back up.
Yeah, we leave that in the past. Yeah.
Okay, so what were some of the challenges you faced when it was coming to like time to break into the industry?
Just getting a chance to prove yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's very difficult to just reach out to artists just like that because there's so many barriers. But I used to do a lot of beat tapes and just throw the beat tapes out. And so that's sort of like how I got recognized through the beat tapes. Then a few artists that would hit you up like, oh, we want to beat this and that. But my first breakthrough was with a group called Show Them Camp in Nigeria. We made a record called Feel Alright, and that did quite well. This was 2012. It was kind of like high life blended with hip hop. So that's where things sort of took off. And then from there, doors started sort of like opening up a little bit. They opened up a lot more when I started working with Easy. Because it was a different sound, a different wave, and everybody wanted to be on that wave at the time because it was just different. So a lot of people started calling and stuff like that. So yeah.
Personally, Bankulaz is my jam.
Thank you.
Skin Tight would be played at my wedding. I don't care. Like,
when are you getting married?
But you know how these aunties are. I don't know. Niger culture, like they want me to get married now. That we're gonna make that wait. But that's definitely being played at my wedding.
Okay.
Okay, so describe your ideal sounds when it comes to making a beat. Like your top 3 instruments, like your must-haves.
Hey.
I gotta know this.
I always start with drums first. And because I have so many drums, I take forever to make beats because I'm trying to hear a particular sort of drum sound. Then after that, I start to like mess around with like marimbas and pianos and stuff. I love the guitar as well, so I always get my boy to come in to play the guitar for me because the guitar instruments that I have are not as authentic as I want it to be. So they sort of like give it more life. But it really, really depends on what it is, man. If it's an AfroBeat record or if it's a hip hop record, I like to sample old school soul, so I'll probably sample some old soul and then like flip it around, mess with some drums. Or, you know, it could be anything. It just really depends on my mood. Really depends on my mood,
You got a lot of options.
Yeah, too many actually, yeah. So
I kind of want to know, like, your computer. How's it looking? Like, is it just full of just...
our hard drives have crashed bad times. There are beats and ideas of songs all over the place. So my laptop is messy, to be honest.
But it's like a talent messy. Like it's
it's a cute messy.
Yeah.
It's a cute messy. It's like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Let's get you a good hard drive. Like maybe.
Hey,
how much
one that
space do you
doesn't
need?
like 16 terabytes maybe.
I don't even know.
That's like.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Okay, so what was the process like for making Faith?
Interesting question. So Leap of Faith was made at a time when I was really sort of down, just going through a lot of, you know, personal issues and stuff, family, relationships, stuff like that. So I had to, music was my only, you know, sort of outlet. And I worked on a couple of songs and the songs were doing well. So I was like, no, why don't I just make this body of work and then put it out? So, you know, spoke to my manager about it and then we just started creating, you know, different vibes, working with different artists. And Leap of Faith was more of collaborating with artists that were on the come up, that kind of thing. So, you know, working with the likes of Nonso Amadi, Tommy Agape, Santi, Odunsi, and then already established artists in the UK like Malik and Malogo, UG, Kojo Funds. Notes. These are all my peoples as well. Like we know each other and stuff like that. So it was pretty easy, straightforward. But I called it Leap of Faith because I was in the space where I just wanted to be doing music full time because that's what really I'm passionate about. Because I was an investment banker for about 8-9 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was juggling the two. I only quit the beginning of this year.
Really?
Yeah, so I was juggling the two, and I had to choose one.
Yeah.
So it had to be my passion and stuff.
That's actually a really good piece of advice.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know, you do something for so long, but you have your dream on like.
I mean, it really depends on your situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying when I quit everything's been rosy.
Yeah.
It's been, you know, when you're working full time, you know, at the end of the month, there's a check that's coming in.
Yeah.
This time, it's more of you have to keep on working to be able to get more checks coming in. If that kind of makes sense. But I think it was a good time because, you know, the name was getting out there a lot more, and we just wanted to focus more on branding, DJing more as well. So it's a good time. It's a good time. If anybody wants to like follow their dreams, I think they just have to be a bit more prepared.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't just jump and say if you want to have a clothing line, you can't just say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna quit my.
Done my day job.
Yeah,
Just go.
you can't do that.
Yeah.
You need to. It's like even sometimes when people go to Nigeria or Ghana for Christmas, and then they have the best time of their lives, and then they come back to Chicago or wherever, and then they're like, no, I want to move back to Nigeria and then start a business. You need to think before you're doing those kind of things. So.
Funniest thing is that was me last year.
Yeah, you need to chill.
That was me last year. Everybody was like, Shadi, like, what's wrong? I don't know. I think everybody.
So when you were gonna move out, what were you going to do?
To be honest, I didn't know. Like, I just knew, like, you know, there's so much money there. Like, there is, in all actuality, like, you can really just create something that we have here and just, but you do have to have a plan. You do, and
Yeah,
you
man.
have to make sure it's, like, straight and, you know, No.
Because Christmas time, when all that money that you're blowing in the club is finished, what are you going to be doing? Selling oranges? It's long, so you need to like come with a.
Yeah, that's very.
Yeah,
But I
man.
feel like we all feel that way because I was definitely talking to a lot of other my
No,
friends.
not me, but I'm actually the one who's been discouraging people. I say you need to go, you need to have a plan before you move. But obviously for me, I definitely want to, you know, live in Africa because Africa is home. You definitely want to go back home, but man, you need to lay down the foundation,
You
you
definitely
know.
do.
So yeah, man.
Okay, so let's talk about US music and UK music.
Okay,
So recently,
should be interesting.
Recently, I went to London for the first time. It was like 4 weeks ago.
How was it?
And it was amazing. I actually
Okay.
want to move there too, based off being there for 3 days. So I went to I went to Afro Republic.
Okay, you're there.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
lit. Like
You
I've
enjoyed
never
it?
seen so many African people in one setting. Like it's not like that here. Like it was just large,
Mhm.
and it was a really beautiful thing. Like just seeing everybody like come together and perform on the stage.
Yeah.
So it kind of made me fall in love with you guys' music way more than our music out here.
Right.
I'm not a fan of our music. I think it's a little trashy. I think
Of what music? Of.
the new music we have going on in the US, the whole like bang 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 the like little pump stuff, I'm not like really feeling it.
I feel.
So what do you think it would take to get like all of the shine that we have with US artists now on the UK artists?
I think they're two different markets, and in the UK, it just really depends on the record and whether it's gonna cross over. Do you know what I'm saying? It just depends on the artist. Like, there are few artists that have crossed over, like LMA, who has the boot up,
Haven't stopped hearing that song.
my rhythm. Yes. What? When she's performing, I'm gonna be the guy in the front, just like, you know, trying to grab her shirt and
Oh,
everything.
you have a crush?
Yeah. No, I don't.
No,
No.
okay.
But you know, she's from London, and that song's crossed over here. Like since I
Yeah.
came here, I've heard that like probably bare times on the radio.
Yes.
So it really depends on the song. I think now the UK, US markets are trying to sort of collaborate. From an Afrobeats point, because Afrobeats and Caribbean music sort of have some similar elements, it's easy for us to blend them because Caribbean music is quite popular here, and it gives Afrobeat artists a chance to come to the States to sort of build. You know, that's what Wiz has done. Wiz has, you know, collaborated with Cranium, Ty Dolla $ign, and Drake and all of that. So people are aware of his name, and you know, it's just creating opportunities for other artists to sort of collaborate. So it's kind of like a marriage of two different markets. I think the UK, our sound is, most of the songs are for our market, if that kind of makes sense. If it crosses over, then it's really more of a world Afrobeat sort of songs, you know what I mean? A slight chance that maybe a few Grime records will come over here and people would like it, like Stormzy. But I think it's just work and people's tastes and preferences, really. Yeah.
I really want that like crossover to happen. I really just want like, I don't know, I just want the markets to just exchange love.
I mean, you know, there's this unsaid, not beef per se, but I think the US, they feel like our rap music is crap. And to be honest, we don't even care because like, we enjoy our music, you know what I mean? And like, you know, we have people like Gigs, you know, who's collaborated with like, you know, Drake twice or 3 times. And, you know, 2 Chainz as well. And they actually mess with our music as well. So, I mean, I feel like UK music is in a good place at the moment, to be honest with you. And I mean, yeah, and to be honest, like with music from the US, I'm an old school guy, so I always go back to my Biggies and my Nas's and Jay-Z's and stuff.
It was like A1, like
yeah, when you had the Neo Soul, Jill Scotts and the Erica Brothers. Now it's just like, you know, Millie Rockin' and Gucci gangs and Burberry. I don't even know what's going on, man. But yeah.
So you've worked with some of Afrobeat's top artists. Who are some that you are really dying to work with? That you haven't worked with?
I haven't worked with R2Bs yet.
Okay, I definitely feel that.
Yeah, I haven't worked with R2Bs yet. Even though I talk to Payday all the time, but it's just never happened yet. R2B's Wizkid and I've had a few sessions, but you don't know what's gonna happen from that. I like to work with techno.
Tank?
Techno.
Oh, techno.
Yeah. Like to work with techno. Tiwa Savage actually.
Yes.
Techno and Tiwa Savage. Yeah, R2B's Techno and Tiwa Savage.
I think those are a good bunch. You
Yeah.
guys can make some hits.
For Afrobeat, so it's definitely them.
What about American bass? Can you see yourself doing that?
Yeah, 100. Rihanna.
Okay, of course.
Rihanna, not because of that, but you know, I like her music a lot. Rihanna, Janae Aiko would be amazing.
Yes, I love her too.
Who else? Well, if you're going to the islands, Cranium, Assassin, Popcorn.
I love him.
Yeah,
Love him.
Popcorn would be dope as well. And if you're really being if you're dreaming hard, Kendrick Lamar would be great.
Dreaming, you got this.
J. Cole,
Yo, that's like my
Kendrick
favorite.
and J. Cole would be great actually.
You got that. You
Yeah.
got that in the bag.
Yeah, Kendrick and Drake.
So I have
And Chance the Rapper.
but I have to ask you a very, very serious question. It's so serious. Like, you have to answer this 100% straight up, or you just might lose your African card.
Oh,
So
okay.
we have this thing called Naija Jollof, right?
Ghana Jollof.
You've already lost it. You've already
I'm
lost
sorry, that
it. This is where you're supposed
Look,
to set the record straight.
this Ghana Jollof, it makes no sense. Look, Nigerian
I
Jollof,
think you take that leap of faith
it's too oily,
when you can't.
it's too much
You
pepper,
can't speak.
What?
it's too slimy.
He said slimy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, like, no, Ghana Jollof is an experience, and it's amazing. Like, that whole battle, it's cute, but I mean, at the end of the day, you have to be real with yourself. Like,
So you think you're being real right now?
yeah, Ghana Jollof, 100%. Have you even had Ghana Jollof before?
I have.
Where?
I actually had it 2 weekends ago
Where?
at a hotel. It was actually a war. It was like one Nigerian, one.
What the jollof was?
Yeah. And I personally enjoyed the Naija Jollof. And it wasn't even named. Like, it was random. And we still won. So these are not facts.
Hey, I
guys.
mean-
Don't worry. These are not facts.
These are that's up to you, man. I mean, I've said my preference. Yeah.
I
But I think the worst jollof of all jollofs is Senegal
I
jollof,
can
though.
agree with that.
Yeah,
I could definitely agree with that.
horrific. Terrible.
Oh man. Alright, and the last one that I have for you is okay, so it is true that you directed So Me So video, right?
Yeah, I directed it with me and one day directed it together. So he and I. So the story is, one day wanted someone else to do it, and I was like, bro, just give it to me. Just give me a chance to create something dope with it. So we just bounced ideas off each other, and then I just put a team together, you know, built the whole treatment, discussed it with him, and then yeah, we tried to do as much as we possibly could. It's out now on YouTube. Go and check it. Some of it's out on Spotify and Apple Music as well. Stream it, share it with your mom and dad. It's high life music, so we that's kind of like the vibe I'm in at the moment. High life music. Yeah.
Okay, so
And it's my first video that I've directed that's out. So
congratulations on that.
yeah, I hope people like it. Hopefully I get, you know, nominated for director.
You will.
So
Aren't the awards coming up in like August, right? Or am I lying?
I don't know, but I mean, hint, hint. So
Anyways, you'll be there. It's fine.
yeah.
You'll be there.
Hey, let's hope so, man.
Okay, so what's up next? What's next for you? What you got cooking for us?
New music, hopefully an EP, more videos. I want to try and shoot a short movie actually.
Really?
Yeah, I've had this vim of trying to be like this movie director all of a sudden. So
Really?
trying to do that, start a clothing line. Yeah, just a lot of ideas that are scattered in the air. So just trying to grab each one and then try
Yeah,
and
definitely.
formulate them. So
It moves on all of them.
yeah, so let's hope. Let's hope so. Yeah, let's hope so. I hope so. I hope so.
Well, thank you so much for talking with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you. Thank you for enlightening us all on what you have going on, what's next.
Thank you.
And where can we look for you on Instagram, on Snap, whatever it is?
So you can find me Twitter, Juls on it, JULSONIT. Instagram, Juls baby with an underscore. I don't do Snapchat. And yeah, just search Juls on Spotify, Apple Music. All my music is there. Got a few shows coming up this year in the States as well. So yeah, man, I'll be around. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Again, it's the real Afiola here with the gist, and you just got the gist report.
Just me, Joe.